Have you ever said something in anger that you later regretted, or felt so anxious that you couldn't think clearly? Emotions are powerful. They influence our decisions, our relationships, and even our health. But what if you could take back control? What if, instead of being a prisoner of your emotions, you could become their master? In this video, we are going to explore how to control your emotions and stay calm, even in the most stressful situations. And the truth is, controlling emotions is not about suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to your advantage. Why is this so important? Because the quality of your life depends on the quality of your emotional control. People who cannot control anger ruin relationships. Those who cannot handle anxiety sabotage opportunities. But those who master their emotions live with confidence, clarity, and strength. So how do we achieve that level of control? The answer lies in timeless wisdom and modern techniques. One of the most powerful philosophies that teaches emotional control is Stoicism, an ancient school of thought practiced by Roman emperors, soldiers, and even modern leaders today. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Before we dive into practical strategies, let me share a simple truth. Emotions are signals, not commands. Just because you feel angry doesn't mean you must explode. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you should run away. Emotions are like notifications on your phone. They tell you something is happening, but you decide whether to respond or ignore them. Now let's get into the first principle of emotional control: awareness. You cannot control what you do not notice. Most people react without thinking. They feel anger, and they immediately shout. They feel fear, and they immediately avoid. But if you take a pause and become aware of the emotion, you create space between feeling and action. That space is where your power lies. The next time you feel anger rising, take a breath and say to yourself, I am feeling angry, but I am not anger. I have a choice. That 1 second of awareness can change everything. The second principle is perspective. Most of the things we get angry or stressed about do not matter in the long run. Think about the last time you lost your temper because of traffic or because someone posted something you didn't like. Did it matter a week later? Probably not. The Stoics taught a powerful question. Will this matter in a month, a year, or 5 years? If the answer is no, then don't give it your energy. Perspective kills overreaction. The third principle is control what you can, ignore what you can't. So much stress comes from trying to control other people, the weather, or the economy, things outside your power. The Stoics said, focus on what depends on you, your thoughts, your words, your actions. When you stop fighting reality and start focusing on your own behavior, peace follows naturally. The fourth principle is practice pause. This is a habit you can apply today. Before reacting, count to 10, take 3 deep breaths, or simply delay your response by a few seconds. Those moments allow your rational brain to return online instead of letting emotions drive the wheel. Many conflicts could be avoided if people paused before speaking. Try it. The next time you feel an emotional surge, step back, breathe, and respond later. Now, in the second part of this video, we will dive into more advanced strategies to control emotions, techniques to manage anger, reduce anxiety, and stay calm in any situation, including real-life examples and habits you can start practicing today. Welcome back. Now that you understand the basic principles of emotional control, let's go deeper. One powerful method is reframing. This means changing the way you see a situation. For example, instead of saying, "This is a disaster," you can say, "This is a challenge, and I am capable of handling it." The words you use shape your reality. When you reframe, you turn problems into opportunities and stress into strength. Another technique is exposure to discomfort. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship to train their mind for adversity. They would fast, sleep on the floor, or imagine losing everything, not because they wanted to suffer, but because they wanted to become strong. You can apply the same idea by taking cold showers, leaving your phone for a few hours, or saying no to unnecessary comfort. The more you train in small discomforts, the more prepared you are when life hits hard. Next is emotional journaling. When you feel overwhelmed, write it down. Putting emotions into words helps you process them instead of letting them explode inside you. Write about what triggered you, how you felt, and what you can learn. This simple habit can reduce anxiety and give you clarity. Breathing exercises are another game changer. When you're angry or anxious, your breathing becomes shallow. Slow, deep breaths tell your brain that you are safe, reducing emotional intensity. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this 3 times and notice the calm that follows. One of the most powerful mindsets is to remember impermanence. Every emotion is temporary. Anger, fear, sadness, they all pass. When you remind yourself, "This too shall pass," you prevent temporary emotions from causing permanent damage. Finally, focus on virtue, not validation. Most negative emotions come from seeking approval or fearing rejection. When you live according to your values, honesty, courage, justice, you stop being a slave to other people's opinions. Emotional control is not about ignoring feelings. It is about choosing who you want to be, no matter what you feel. Let's end with this thought. Emotions are natural, but they do not define you. You are not your anger. You are not your fear. You are the observer, the thinker, the master of your mind. Start applying these techniques today, and you will notice a difference in your relationships, your decisions, and your inner peace. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more videos on mental strength, stoicism, and personal growth. Which of these techniques will you start practicing today? Let me know in the comments. Remember, you have the power to control your emotions, and by doing so, you take control of your life.